Hey Haven, it's Scott. I just wanted to respond to MixPro's comments. They had just recently mentioned that it sounds like Hubby is making a lot of bad choices, or has been making, and or decisions. And it got to me to thinking about some of the decisions and choices in the past that I know I personally haven't agreed with, and I know I've expressed that. But it also made me think that the thing I've been thinking about in the last few months as well is that you should probably just get a manager to come in and manage your place. I think that would be the best advice for you at this point, because you simply do not have the knowledge and experience to get the place probably to where you want it to be. And I don't know what your budget is regarding how much money, how long you can keep going at the way you're going. But I'm sure $8 a day or $800 a week is definitely not something that you can afford. I know I couldn't afford that, and a lot of people couldn't afford that. So what I'm getting at is for you to get through this transition and this learning curve, I think you need a manager there to help you get through it. I think they would be able to fill in the gaps and come in with some new ideas that would definitely help out, and be that physical presence that needs to be there, that can be proactive and respond to certain situations that you yourself are just not going to be able to be responded to or be interactive with, just because you're not exactly sure how to handle certain situations. They would be. So I'm just saying, I think the advice for you would be to get a manager in there that can help you out. The next thing that I was going to talk about too was going to be regarding the fact that you've mentioned a couple things that have been on my mind for a while, and one of them is the fact that you constantly talk about your employees bringing in guests and marketing your place, which is great. And then the other thing you talk about is your college crowd or your college clientele. Well, the first thing I wanted to go back to was regarding your employees having to bring in guests. Number one, that is not your employee's responsibility. That is your responsibility as a business owner or manager to try to come up with, is to try to market and figure out a way to get guests to frequent your establishment, or I should say at least come in initially. Now, yes, it's your employee's responsibility to be attentive and to service your guests and to take care of their needs and to wow them so that they have a reason to come back. But initially, they're not the ones that are responsible for it. It is your responsibility. So you need to stop relying on them and pretty much forget about that. You need to rely on yourself to figure out a way to get people to come into your place. And that can be anything from all this marketing and advertising that we're talking about, to renovating your place, to coming up with a new name, to repainting it maybe, to creating a logo, whatever it is. Branding yourself and marketing yourself and reformatting yourself to come up with a completely different image for your place so that people will want to come there. And by the droves, not by the few here and there. The next thing regarding the college crowd, I don't know that that's the crowd you want. I know that you keep talking about it. I guess I'm curious to know why you want to deal with the college crowd so much. They're more of a hassle sometimes than anything. Sure, they spend money just like everybody else, but do they spend as much? And are they the type of crowd that you really want for your place? They're usually rowdy, and they don't really respect your place that much, and they're just there to party it up and go home. Are they going to come back on the other nights other than a few nights here and there a month? I don't know. Maybe not. I'm just saying the college crowd is probably not going to be the one that you're going to look for in your area. But again, that's your decision. I think you're forgetting that when you came into the bar previously, the college crowd was there because of the previous owners. And the main thing that you're forgetting about this whole ordeal is that now that you're in there as the new owner, this is your place. It's not their place anymore. It's your place. And that's the reason why it's not bringing in the type of people and the same amount of people as it was before, because it's you starting from scratch. You're starting over and you're having to do everything all over again. So I think you need to consider looking for a completely different clientele. And I'm sure that's what you're doing. But overall, again, the way that I think you're going to get there is if you get a manager to come in and help you out and get you to steer in the right direction. So that's my advice for you right now at this point. I hope MixPro and I hope Roots and Intensity and Bartender 54 and Owner Roper and everybody else that's been following along and helping out can get you going in the right direction. But again, I think there's going to be that physical presence needed in order to do so. So anyway, that's all I have. Have a good day.